3 million years from Earth, the Red Dwarf Podcast. Thanks for the memory. Its crew, Blake Braswell, a USA native, and Lee Malaby, his English co-host. Additional, on our journey so far, there have been highs and lows. A few more lows lately, but still, you gotta laugh, hadn't you? Oh, you didn't? Yeah, me neither. What's up, swagheads, and welcome to Series 8 of Thanks for the Memory, a Red Dwarf podcast, where we rewatch every episode of the BBC comedy show Red Dwarf and discuss them. As always, I'm Blake, starting this episode out spicy, and I am joined by my good friend across the pond, Lee.
I mean, you can definitely see for our last few additionals, that the direction of the series is definitely affecting them.
Yes.
I did laugh though over that additional, to be fair. Right, let's get into this because I'm sure there's plenty to say. This, of course, on this episode we are discussing the 8th and final episode of Series 8, Only the Good, which originally aired in the UK on April 5th. Interesting. Only 4 days between.
Yeah, weird, right?
That's
this
strange.
played strangely. And did you see that in the United States? It played before it did in Britain, all in like a day.
Very odd.
They played them back to back. Yeah, weird,
so it
super weird.
Aired on the 5th of April 1999. An escape pod arrives on the Red Dwarf containing a chameleonic microbe which begins eating away at the ship. Left to die by the ship's crew who have escaped, Lister and his friends send Rimmer into a mirror dimension to find an antidote. I have a question. So Talia, the sister.
Yeah.
Is she the chameleonic microbe or not?
No. Okay, first, if you listened to last episode, I had a lot of whys. I do have a why to start this off with. Opening text.
Yes.
To explain what's going on. Funny little gag with the auto correct or whatever spell checker is broken. Why is it a flippin' Holly opening? Again, like why? There were like 2 or 3 different openings where Hollister basically did a Holly thing. And then this one has like text. Like what? I just don't understand with having Holly back. Why is this not a Holly opening?
But then we have done that before. Wasn't Polymorph the same? Wasn't that a text opening?
It was, but was that still Holly doing the opening at that point?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
But now you've got because you didn't have Holly then, but you have now. But we've gone away from that, and that's why. But yeah,
when they made the switch to Haiti Hattridge, they didn't do the opening thing. Like so it didn't. So then it wasn't happening then. But just like right now, I'm like, you have Norman. Why are you doing this?
At least give him one, for old time's sake. It did make me laugh because the first couple of times, like I said, I watched them at work on my phone, whereas when I do my note-taking viewing, I watch it on the big TV at home. So I don't fully pay attention for my first 2 viewings. So it wasn't till my 3rd viewing that I got the joke with the spell checkers down. Massage ends did make me giggle. I must admit.
Yes. Massage ends is a very old Red Dwarf thing. Again, not even saying the text thing is bad. It's just, man, it really just like starting with that cold and space. You're like, man, why isn't it Holly? Even if you did it with Holly and then it faded to that. But here's my next question. Where the hell is this escape pod from?
It's been floating around in space for 3 million years.
But it has, because Hollister says the nanobots rebuilt it.
So yeah, I wrote this down. Yes, it doesn't make sense.
So in the past, they have encountered things like mail pods or whatever, who were, because Lister and Holly had the ship turn around, they are encountering things that had been sent to the ship on that path.
Yes.
So I don't think space quite works that way, but whatever. We'll go with it. But see, that's one I can forgive. Again, easy. Why would he say the nanobots rebuilt her?
Yet she came in on an escape pod from somewhere else.
That had a microbe. What was it again?
A chameleonic microbe.
So,
that does not make any sense.
It's not her. No, it's not her.
Is it? Because it doesn't. That's why I asked, because reading that synopsis out made me go, it says it's chameleonic.
And again, why isn't it just we have an escape? We found someone, and then it's the stupid virus from 2 episodes ago that is eating the ship.
Because
it's already there.
She plays absolutely. She's in it, but you take her out for you. Yeah. You take her out, and it doesn't change the episode much at all.
No, so you're right. She would need to be the chameleonic life form that spread it. Like she'd be a queen or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but she isn't, because you see it eat through. Is it her? I don't know now. I'm questioning it, because when you see the escape pod in the cargo bay, and it eats through the door of the escape pod and then disappears. But then is it her? I don't know now. That's an interesting question. It's never explicitly said that it's her, but it would make sense if it was.
So I'm just going to go, we don't usually do this, but I'm going to go to the reddwarffandom.com thing. The chameleonic microbe was a chameleonic corrosive microorganism that acted in the manner of a virus. As such, the microbe was referred to as a corrosive microorganism and the chameleonic virus. It was a synthetic man-made organism. No, I don't know. It's like, so what I'm trying to, again, I know, like, silly show, but
actually, so sorry, just to butt in, Blake. I know it's AI, and we'll take it for what it's worth. I asked Google AI is Talia the chameleonic microbe in Red Dwarf? So the AI overview says no, Talia Garrett is not the chameleonic microbe itself, but she is the person who brought it aboard Red Dwarf.
But it's been 3 million years, so.
Where did she come from? So the survivor...
So does that mean she showed up dead and then the nanobot reanimated her when she came in?
So what it says, Talia was the sole survivor of the SS Hermes, a ship devoured by a laboratory-created metal-eating and shape-shifting microbe. According to the script and behind-the-scenes information, the escape pod Talia used to escape to Red Dwarf was the microbe, which had taken the form of a pod.
Boy, that's not clear at all.
No.
Especially because you see the pod being melted, like stuff being melted away. So it's just, wait, but she comes from another ship. So that's 3 million years ago.
Because it says, no, in the mirror universe, Rimmer encounters a nun who is the alternate version of Talia. So in the normal version, is she Hollister's sister? But in the mirror universe, she's a sister. That's interesting. That's a good that is interesting. But
again, she came from another ship on again, what did I just said this in the last episode. They've written this like it's a time travel instead of the nanobots rebuilding everybody. But we've already said by episode 2 of this series, I believe these guys. I think what they're saying is true. It's been 3 million years, yada, yada. If we time traveled, this would make sense, but we didn't time travel. So then Hollister says the nanobots must have revived you. Are we now implying that the nanobots are, I know they couldn't find them, no. They're just hanging out in the ship? Or are they not?
Yes.
Because originally, while they were in the AR, VR game thing or testing, they said we should steal a ship and escape and try to go find the nanobots to corroborate our evidence. So they implied that they are no longer there.
So they've gone off somewhere.
So if they're not, God. So then we're saying that they are in fact there, and because her thing, does that mean that pod showed up and she was dead and they went oops blah, 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 and brought her back?
But no, because then
what does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make you start to really pick holes in this episode, because he does reference the fact that because she said, you look amazing, and the nanobots must have remade you as well. But why? But she's not even on that ship, so why? When? What?
Wait, am I right? So I would further. Oh God, I mean,
it's too late for this.
Again, this is why I think I went to the episode series on my subsequent watches for notes more angry. I don't know what this means. Like where I had to listen to it twice last night too, going, okay, so another ship.
But that is what he says.
Yeah. Why? So why again? Why? if it's all for one, you need something memorable to happen in the beginning, so that at the end, when you do the mirror universe, your brain remembers and you can do like the alternate version. I understand why they needed to do something like quote unquote exciting, have this new person come in.
Yes.
But why isn't it just she comes in and he's like, wait, why couldn't it just be you were revived too? Why hadn't I seen you yet? And I don't, because I'm trying to think, we haven't established how much time has gone by.
But they know that she came in on that escape pod though.
But there is a world where you could just imply she hasn't gotten to him yet because they've all been revived. I don't really understand the timeline of, Red Dwarf has never gone overly into, it's been 2 months since the last episode, and I get that. But like, I just, because why couldn't it just be you pick up this thing? But also they pick it up, part of it disappears. So I didn't even think about it. The idea of it being a chameleonic life form or virus didn't even register to me, because to me, it was on an escape pod and now is eating it apart.
And
because that's what you see.
Yes.
As opposed to what you said.
Yeah, that it was the escape pod.
So she was on it and escaped, but she should be like the Nova 5 and dead as a doornail. I don't.
But then maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is then, that she arrived as a carcass and then the nanobots
and
on Red
here's
Dwarf.
Where it should have been your two-parter. Didn't have to be, but this being a two-parter instead of Pete, because Pete doesn't do anything. If this is your closer for your series, why isn't the two-parter the Canaries, the crew, they go find that things and they find it and they bring her, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's more stuff just happening at them and nothing that they're doing. It's not like, hey, we found a life form. It's a hologram. What do you mean? The Red Dwarf can only sport one hologram for the Dr. Langstrom thing. We know that. We got to work out a timeshare, but she's a doctor. She could help the crew. Remember? They were, yes, stuff happened to them, but they were doing stuff, right? For the whole despair. Was that despair? No, that's the Mr. Flibbles episode. But like the quarantine, there's a reason they're doing it. This thing just effing shows up and they give us like an explanation that you go, well, wait, so
you know why? Because they realized, like you've been saying for 7 episodes, they built this prison thing and then regretted it all the way through. How do we get rid of it?
Because that's my next why, Lee. Why is Rimmer now in probation, back in regular uniform?
To get him out of the prison.
But why wasn't that just the idea from the beginning? They're all in probation.
Because they thought it would be cool and then didn't realize, we don't really know what to do with it at this point.
And why is he on probation? Why?
Yeah, what happened in the previous... Yes, you're right. No, nothing. It's never explained why he's on probation and not in the prison.
No. Unless it was... because it would be great. He fed them information about something they were going to do.
Yeah, so you go back to the previous episode. Actually, it makes... If we would have changed it in the previous episode. You keep it as it is. And when Rimmer's like, it was... don't say anything. Don't say anything. Then
about the two guys stealing the time wand.
So he gives Hollister that information, and that's why he ends up on probation. Because again, it's a line of dialogue somewhere or another, and that literally explains why. Because it's never explained why he's gone from being in prison to on probation.
So he's on probation to ostensibly be like an assistant or something to Hollister, like a lowly but then he still goes back to prison. With Lister? Yeah. So why not just confine them to quarters? Not make it a prison. You can do the old school setup there and their bunk beds together. I really don't understand. And that bit with the sister now makes me, again, I'm just frustrated.
Yeah, it's weird.
Where did they come? You're right. I should have heard the chameleonic and thought, is it her? But it never occurred to me.
It didn't for me until that bit.
Yeah, I always just thought about it. It arrived and it was infected with it. Not that it was.
Yeah, it was inside the pod.
So you have to do the dino crapping joke to last 5 minutes and you do the rewind what Hollister says for
6
10
times,
minutes
yeah.
on the last episode, but you don't have time to give I don't get it. I think that is where I got real angry going back, was knowing where this leads to as your final story. What was all the faffing about with the last, especially with Pete being so long?
Yeah. There's so much to unpack in this episode that you could have quite easily got 2 episodes out of it.
Not even saying this had to be a 2-parter in the sense of a real true cliffhanger, but like in the previous episode, they could have like rescued that pod and the sister and said, oh, the nanobots are here. There, but also to have an invisible, sorry to harp on this, but to have an invisible thing that is going to destroy the ship. And you just did 3 episodes ago, 2 episodes, what it was, the invisible virus that does stuff.
The programmable
also,
one.
The premise of the show is the nanobots.
Yeah.
So the nanobots even could have come back and for some reason unknown are doing something. Like you've invented 3 invisible helpers and adversaries.
And not you, yeah.
That are microscopic and can... yes, the other ones I guess can't make stuff, but the nanobots could ostensibly destroy stuff just as easy as they can make it. So I don't what's the point, especially when they wanted, and by the end of episode 3, we need to go find the nanobots to corroborate our story, which I guess doesn't matter because they go, we believe them.
Yeah.
But we're going to arrest them for this instead. So, because like you could have made it, they keep trying to find the nanobots, they find them, and then like something's wrong. It's that's what I mean. And like, it feels like it's missing someone just stopping
taking
or the night, taking all those notes home and going, everyone's off tomorrow. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to put all this on the wall and go, does this make sense? Like what, I just picture
Charlie Day and Pepe Sylvia. That's all that's all I think when you say it, put them all up on the wall.
But probation really got me mad.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't, it
and the only reason we're doing it, we got to do a funny bit with the machine and the way the end works.
Oh, which I hate. I hated that. So to start, I did like the opening scene, and I do like the opening scene. And then as it plays out in the mirror universe as well, because that's literally why it's there, so you can flip it on its.
Very good Rimmer moments of like, can I get anything for you, Mom? Packet of 3.
Yeah, it's funny because he's like, what's this form about completely exonerating you from everything you've done? Oh, then admin, the terrible. How did that get in there? Sir, and he stares at him as if he's going to sign it.
And him leaning in, I like between the sister and Hollister, the photograph of your wife. Shall I turn that against the wall, sir? Which, to be fair, she's dead. It's been 3 million years. I don't want to keep harping on that, but I'm just saying,
to be fair, she might be part of the crew for all you know.
We still don't address this though. This idea of 3 billion. It's such a prevalent part of the story for everything.
Yeah.
Until this series.
There is one thing I noticed in this when they're walking through, when Kat's taught, the rock joke kind of annoyed me. When he's like, his back's killing me. Although the joke about my spine's that curved, if you threw it away, it would come back, did make me laugh.
I do want to just, as your understanding, I wrote, why did the nanobots resurrect an escape pod and the sister off the ship somewhere in space? But what you're saying is no, that escape pod came from that ship.
Yeah, the SS
But the
Hermes.
nanobots resurrected her.
Well,
That's
I
what's
don't
said.
know. I don't know whether that's true, but that's the only thing that makes sense, because he does. Hollister says the nanobots must have resurrected you as well.
Yeah, but but we are missing a piece of.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But going back to Kat, I do like that, and I don't know whether it's been throughout these episodes, and I've only just noticed it, but Kat's in his purple jumpsuit, and he's got a monogrammed belt on with Kat written on it, and I don't know whether it's been there from the start.
Same. I noticed that in the episode. I was like, wait, has he had this? Like,
I'd have to go back and look, but I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, Kat even managing to get some sort of cat fashion into his prison outfit.
You didn't enjoy the little talkie toaster throwback to the snack machine?
No, it really annoyed me. It really annoyed me.
I thought Lee might like this because it's classic. It's a classic.
It was the voice bit. More than anything. The only bit that made me like really laugh was when he was like, "Alarm! Chocolate abduction on floor 6." I thought chocolate abduction did make me laugh, but the rest of it kind of annoyed me.
I don't know. I did the like I know who you are. I know about your love of confectionery, and I know. Actually, that's all I know.
Although it did piss me off as well. So Hollister's in bed with yellow fever, right?
Yeah.
And in the space of 4.5 minutes, he goes from come in to being able to get up and walk out and go and give Rimmer the tray back.
Yeah. And again, how many times are we doing a gag in this series
Of
where
people
Hollister's
walking up
behind
and in
Rimmer?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, like just a lot. And that's not, we have classic Red Dwarf jokes and bits I think as fans we all like the what a schmoog. And then to go back through our viewing and go, oh my God, that's only one episode where he's teaching him. And a couple episodes later where he tries to say Smeghead. And I'm like, it felt like more because the moments were so big that I thought it happened a lot. But I think the show used to do a good job of like implying or helping you understand this stuff is happening all the time on the ship.
Yeah.
Right. You're seeing this lesson with Crichton, but it's clearly not the first time that he's been doing it. So it feels large because you feel like it happens a ton. So I don't know. And this is like devoid of all those. So what I'm trying to say is it felt like it happened a lot, but they didn't. They used them very well and sparingly to make you feel like it was part of their story that might happen all the time, but you didn't see it all the time. So what happened is you didn't see jokes get repeated in the subsequent episode so quick. And this one has a lot of like, we did this gag kind of in the previous episode. I will do it again. And that would have bothered me.
Yeah, and then the previous episode, like we said with the over-egging of stuff, did it multiple times in the same episode.
Oh, yeah. To no payoff. No, but to no punchline, really. Ay. Guys, I don't know how much better it's going to get on this one. I apologize to everybody listening. You got to slog through these last two series episodes of Thanks for the Memory for Series 8.
I'm struggling to remember what happens between the cat rock joke, which is terrible, quite honestly. Oh, they've got me sorting out all the rock records in the DJ booth.
Oh, what happens next?
I genuinely can't remember what happens between that and the mirror universe.
I think this is actually a funny bit. I'll put some with a little bit of side conversation to be had. I think this is a potential for a funny bit that does happen because it feels like a slice of life. This is what's going on with Crichton and Kachansky.
Oh no,
the whole
I've just remembered
period
now.
Joke.
Oh yes,
and I do, and there is this weird slice of I want to say classic dwarf, and by that I mean like character, like Crichton says she's talking about what obviously we understand is her, her period, and then Lister's like, oh, and we see him do the setup. It doesn't matter. And Robert Llewellyn's delivery of the whole thing is great. I mean, the whole like ta-da and like.
I want to see you try it on, Mom. Maybe do a spin for me.
But and when she's like, I forget what he's responding, but when he's finding it like, oh, he set me up, didn't he? And he's like, so this isn't what you should do when you're having your, and then he points up to the word period. It makes me laugh so hard. This little moment is such a like, could have landed in any one of the last few series. You know what I mean? Like,
but again, it comes out of absolutely nowhere.
It is. It's so what I wrote down was, this is your cold open.
Yes.
Right? Because that feels like you're out of nowhere. Haha, set us up. And then let's move on to the story.
Yes.
Right? Now, I do want to couch this with saying, this is the potential for a very funny gag and could be, but I will say watching it, I'm like, this is very much this joke written by a man with men with no women in the room. I don't think because like the gag is, again, I think it's how 13, it's that pure thing we were talking about earlier. It's like there is a Red Dwarf version in the previous series where this joke really hits well, but there's just a little bit of like 13-year-old humor in it that it doesn't still hit as well as older Dwarf does. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yes, it does.
But it is like, because I'm not saying, oh, you can't do that joke. That's not what I mean. I just mean there is an honesty that occurs with the whole, oh, he set me up, didn't he? That is wonderful. I don't know, but it still edges on that side of the puerile. But I do think like this, I would have bounced the cold opens around and not just had them on Lister. And because you've built this thing with Crichton and Kachansky and you set them in their own jail cell, they probably should have had some of these here and there. You're right. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. And I think the only reason you say that is because the cold open or our opening was not really cold open. It's part of the story is the Hollister Rimmer bit.
Yeah.
It feels like it could have, you could have easily gone the other way. They could have done the convo in the prison. Then and then wonder how, goalpost head. Well, I guess they don't say that now, but he's with whatever. No. But like you could have rearranged it. That's nitpicking, but it does feel like I thought that gag in a better episode would hit.
Or in a better place, yeah, because it's literally just to lead into the Crichton getting his own back on Rimmer and Lister by hiding Baxter's hooch in their room. So you get the stupid joke of, oh, it's Holly. What do you want, Hol? He's like, oh, I've got some super secret, top secret information for you. There's going to be a cell inspection in 10 minutes. And then like 2 seconds later, the door opens and the guard comes in and goes, cell inspection in 10 minutes. Like, oh, thanks for that, Hol.
What is it? Like, something about like, when it comes to me, I'm ahead or whatever. I mean, some kind of joke about being ahead of the curve. Which is, did I write that one down? Maybe that was the last episode that I was like, man, Holly is just worthless. And
he is.
I feel like the people working on the show don't actually remember
who Holly was.
Holly wasn't worthless. Like Holly was, I like the idea of the computer senile. He's been alone for 3 million years, but he, for example, drink the dog's milk. It's good, full of vitamins. Dog's milk is. He's not wrong. You could drink the dog's milk,
you just
but I like, but he's just kind of wrong about things
because they don't know what to do with him. But they've brought him back, and because we've got, like I said, you started off Red Dwarf with 3.5 characters. You had Rimmer, Lister, Holly, and Kat, and then it became sort of 3, and then you added Crichton, and it became 4, and then Chris Barry left and you brought Kachansky in, but then Chris Barry came back and then you brought Holly back, and now you've got 6 characters that they're all vying for space, plus the crew.
I was going to say, why he wasn't in much of a couple episodes there in the middle, Captain Hollister is enormous in the beginning and last episodes of this series. So, like,
you've got too many characters vying for face time now, and I think that's where, unfortunately, unfortunately, Holly seems to be the one that's got left off. That goes back to what you said on the last episode about Hilly. Because we brought Crichton in, Hilly was the one that lost out.
Yes.
Because you didn't need her anymore, because all that stuff, I think you've said it numerous times throughout the course of this podcast, Crichton became the person that would give you all the exposition that Holly used to.
Yeah, Crichton. But then what's annoying now is because, Holly's there, but they don't use Holly for that. Crichton feels, we said this in series 7 too, he like regressed. He got worse. Yeah. Like, why is he not good at being the science officer anymore?
He just, like, there's even a bit, is it this episode where it's like, oh, I have to do all the ironing inside, whatever it is. And it's like, I don't understand how you guys got punishment and I got a surprise or whatever. I can't remember the word he uses. That you got a punishment and I got a gift.
But I go back to series 6, Crichton, when they time travel, but they're still sitting in space, and he's like,
"Oh yeah,
here we are, sir. But we're just in space. Yes, in the 15th century." And he's so excited about it. And that disappeared in series 7, because it was all about, I don't like Kachansky, and it felt like this weird regression. And then this one, I mean, actually having them, I like that. To go back to that period joke, she doesn't get angry at him.
No.
She's mad at Dave, and they come together to have I'm like, boy, we could have used some of that.
Some camaraderie between them two, yeah.
Yes! Like, even if it's sort of kind of like Lister and Rimmer, a little adversarial camaraderie, like...
But the friend of my... what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend way of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's fun. I mean, I think that could have been fun. I did write down the legal hooch. So it's the period gag. I mentioned about that. Then my next one is next gag is being drunk. Just gag to gag with very little story driving this whole thing.
Yeah, very much. And that's what it's become. Although it did make me, Lister's like, you're drunk. And he's like,
yeah, when he sticks his lips out and shakes his head.
Like, so drunk, like brilliant. It just absolutely brilliant.
And my next note was, however, Rimmer and Lister's drunk is great.
Yeah.
Like they're no, sir. No, sir. And then another great fall by Rimmer as he just goes face
I'm
forward.
so glad he isn't in it much. I can't think what he's called. Like the prison warden guy.
I know his actor's name, but
I can't stand him.
like get the stomach pump set to super. The stomach pump set to super suck.
It's very strange.
And I'm like, yeah, like what is? I don't. And also, we haven't seen him much lately. And then all of a sudden, he's good. See again. This goes back to the weirdness of this show. When you introduce the idea of the Canaries and him running the prison, you're like, this dude's going to be very important. And then he just fades away again.
Yeah.
And in Crydy TV, it's his bunk they're going to mess up, right?
Yes. Because he's going out on a date, isn't he?
But they say and it's like, I don't know, man. Again, good actor. He's very good. Not given too much to do. But the drunk bit, it's just like another gag to do. It is, I kind of wish they had one jug for the two of them. I don't know why the two bothered me, because I was like, I think with 10 minutes, you would give up. That's too much. Like, you'd just be like, we can't.
So I don't know how much you took notice of them drinking out of those growlers, by the way, Blake, because when he comes in, I can't remember, whatever he's called, the baldy guy, and they're absolutely smashed. There is barely an inch out of the top of Rimmer's.
Yes. Yes.
Like, he's had barely anything.
Yeah.
And whether it's meant to be that way or not, I don't know.
No, oh, that had to be intentional. That was delightful. I love Lister's initial drink of it, and his like slow sit down was great. And I was like, hey, you gave Lister something funny to do. Yay! Like, it's a small thing, but man, he really did. He got very shafted this series, I feel.
What
like,
I would have liked. So again, it goes against the character of Lister. Lister's a drinker. What it would have been funnier is to see him like down half of it and be like, oh, it's pretty good, this stuff. And Rimmer have that reaction.
Yeah, putting them in prison again, so you don't have your Curry moments and your like loggers and like...
You've had to give Curry moments a little bit where he got Bob to sneak him in, didn't he?
Yeah, but like, so you wouldn't be Curry every episode, but it'd be like a lager and cornflakes with Tabasco sauce.
Yeah.
It'd be like, do you know what I mean? We've really lost the slob version.
Very much.
Of him,
yeah,
which I know he was like working on now that Kachansky was there,
but it wouldn't go. But again, it's never really been. If you go back to those sort of first 4 or 5 series of how besotted Lister was with Kachansky, and now she's back, and he's not really interested.
No, Rimmer will say he is, and every now and then he might say something like with the Crydy TV thing, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, oh, if you wanted to see my boobs, Dave, you could have just asked. Oh, I didn't realize
so
I
many
could just
things
ask.
Don't matter.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem. Like, they just don't matter. I think that's what's so weird. I mean, this is a character that when it was very clear that this the whatever siren character was trying to kill them, that when it became Kachansky saying, "We got a kid, I'm trying to save Dave," he was like, believed it. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
And
that wasn't that long ago.
No.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago. And I know, of course, people were not watching it like we are back to back, like, but
true.
Still.
And there's been a big hefty gap between series at this point as well. So.
Oh, I did like Who Fancies a Kebab.
Yeah.
How they know who's if they're actually drunk or not.
And then obviously we go. So there's a weird scene next as well. So obviously we go into the hospital. And Crichton and Kachansky come in. She comes in with a pan on her head, and he's stuck like blue tack all over his face, so he looks like he's got a virus.
Wait, there is one funny cat bit before that, where your friend stole my hooch, and if I see them, I'm going to do this to him, and he crushes the dinner rolls.
You're going to squeeze a roll? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to squeeze their rolls?
That's annoying, but all things considered, they'll be very relieved. I was like, that's a very good cat. Like, yeah.
So then, where's Kat? Well, he's going to get hospitalized soon, and then the whole scene in the mess room is kind of weird.
It is okay. It is so well performed by Kat. Like, it's very funny. His delivery of his final "damn" is funny, but it is a weird.
The other guy's weird.
Scene. Yeah, why is it talking like the chicken from Warner Brothers? I say that, boy. Like,
yeah, it's very weird. Oh, I don't want to hurt my baby's kisser.
Yeah, it is
very
weird.
Strange. Yeah,
but Kat's funny though.
You're my bitch. What? My B-I-itch. Made me laugh.
He's like, you heard me, marshmallow ass. Like,
such a weird. By the way, the food in that prison doesn't look bad at all.
No, I
They
was
get
like, you guys are
fries
doing
and
all right.
sausage and stuff. That looked all right to me.
Yeah, I was mostly impressed. I was like, look at him, Danny John Jules, eating those fries and food with those fake teeth in. That has to be hard.
Yeah, true.
Having worked horror events for a long time, anytime you had vampires, that's not fun for them to eat. So I was always very impressed.
Yeah.
Like,
for anyone that doesn't know, that is my job. And when I was at college, I made myself a set of vampire fangs and wore them on the train home just to see if anyone would notice. So it's like a 45-minute train journey home.
Excellent.
As far as I'm aware, no one noticed. But anyway, that's by the by.
That's amazing. So this is them trying to escape in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
After that bit when Kat comes in dressed like a nurse.
Yes, which is funny. We've got to be out of here by 5 p.m. Why? What happens at 5 p.m.? It's bed bath time and it's my turn.
So I had a thought, though, on my subsequent viewing that kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Oh, God.
Because this is within the same series. It struck me watching this particular viewing when Kat comes around and it's funny in the nurse's outfit or whatever. But the costumes that they put together to escape are no better than the Dwayne Dibley costumes and things they do in the beginning of the series, where Kachansky goes, "Is this too easy?
Yeah,
this feels like it's too easy."
Oh yeah, and that was in the ER, wasn't it?
And I swear to you, on first viewing, if afterwards it is said they're in the AR again, I'd have believed it, because it is weird.
Okay, yeah,
that they called that out, and I don't know why it struck me that time in particular. It was Crichton's little blue bumps, purple bumps or whatever, her with the pot on her head, and then Kat's costume. I just was like, we kind of already said in this world that cartoony costuming wouldn't work. And not only does it not work, but they're like, hey, security sucks up here. We can escape. So why now?
It's just weird, isn't it?
Right? It doesn't make sense.
Because then you go from this to the microbe, which got introduced right at the beginning.
They're going to run away.
Nothing happened, and then suddenly it's eating the ship.
Yeah, and you go, oh yeah, that thing from the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. But then I wrote, I haven't got much to say, honestly. And then they go, it's a huge leap from, oh, the ship's melting, to, hey, why don't we create a machine that will give us a mirror universe?
How about there's another leap in the middle of that. The Hollister being like, you guys are all going to die later. I was like, man, that seems, that seems odd to me. I mean, I know it's for a gag, like as an internal email, but it feels weird to have Hollister up there and say it. Now, if it had been the warden who said it, so y'all going to die, goodbye, and he shut the door and left.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to believe that the prisoners just have run of the ship at this moment.
Yeah.
Because, right? They've all been left to die.
Them,
because when we see the team together again, they're in their old clothes. Odd, right? Because I'm like, okay. So on first viewing, what are you thinking? They're going to save the ship, but everyone's left, and we're back to old Red Dwarf, where they're all alone on Red Dwarf. You know what I mean? It looks like it's...
Yes, that's what you expect.
About to set up how it was, but I'm like, wait, this is so dangerous. You guys took the time to change clothes and build...
Like, how long does it take Crichton to build some sort of machine that can open a mirror universe?
And in any other show, which we've dealt with, it was either a time dilation or a piece of tech like the time wand. Again, you just had the time wand. And that's probably like, oh my God, now that I've said it, why wouldn't it be the time wand, but you reverse its polarity, the classic Star Trek thing, to time travel and not just do the thing. And then when you do, you've messed up time. And for whatever reason, Rimmer is now captain of the ship, and you still do all that. You still do all that.
Yeah, but I think it makes, I do like the mirror universe thing. It takes us to 21 minutes into the episode to get to this point. And I'm like, this should have been.
I think you still could have kind of done it. But again, it's like the why to do nanobots and then do a virus that can eat things and then do a microbe that's going to destroy the Red Dwarf. Why make a time wand, spend 2 episodes on it, and then in this one do a fast... God, even if he had said, I can find the time wand that was parts that were broken. I know where those are. Let me see what I can do And it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's, you had the parts there to probably still tell the same story and try to make some kind of, and I just feel like that's actually series 6 is a perfect example, because the star drive from a few episodes ago or whatever the other guys get it.
Yeah.
The future selves get it. So you've already played with this idea of, hey, we're not doing a continuing story where you've really got to, but if you do, we've dropped a couple little things that will come back through. It's like they did drop those things, but then didn't use them.
No,
you're just still inventing crap.
Yeah, we set things up, but didn't actually pay it off. We're just gonna. It's like they forgot about it. Oh, forgot we created that.
Yeah.
What do we need to? Yeah.
And in none of the series would they be able to make something like this. The only episode they would have been like that crazy one where like Holly's intelligence, she got blown up to be so high that her life expectancy was short. She could have gone, I can make this. How the hell is like, it doesn't make it, like you said, it's so fast. And you wasted all this time doing 2 episodes of Pete.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make 2 episodes out of this one.
You could have done like that mirror universe is awesome, and I would have loved to have seen a complete wasted opportunity, because I would have loved to have seen a whole episode.
How do we see Kachansky and Kat, but we don't get to see like Crichton and Lister?
Yeah.
I love Kat. Brilliant. Professor Kat was great.
And so, according to the trivia, Danny John Jules is the only... So, apparently he's notorious on set for forgetting his lines all the time. But he was the only cast member who was able to say... Now, let me see if I can get this. It's cesium, francholithic, mixy, alibidium, rixy, dixy, doxy, dexy, droxide.
Rixy, doxy, dexy.
Apparently he was the only one that could say it. I'm going to have to do it again. It's cesium, francholithic, mixy, alibidium, rixy, dixy, doxy, dexy, droxide. He was the only one that could say it without screwing it up. But it's so, because you go into that room and there's like no one there.
They've got a dimension machine.
It's brilliant though, because he walks in and it's like the creature from the Black Lagoon or whatever's on the TV, and it's the other way around, where in the mirror universe it's the woman carrying that, and then he's in bed and Hollister comes in, and then that's where the nun comes in, and then he finds Kat, who's now like the science officer, and Kachansky, who's like the ditzy receptionist. And it's like, I want to see more of that, and yet you give me barely 4 minutes of it.
But we got a lot of chalk ice and diarrhea dino talk in a 2-parter.
Yeah, that's what, it's so annoying. The things that would be so good, you barely focus on, and yet you do a lot of crap.
Can I tell you my first viewing of Series 8's ending, though? Do you know what I thought was about to happen? Because when he goes into the mirror universe, the girl, in Damsel in Distress, is holding the monster in reverse from the regular world. I was like, oh, they're going to bring parallel universe full circle. And I really thought we were going to get female cool. Lister. I thought
that would have been cool.
That's what he was stepping into with that, and we were going to have it all reversed. Hollister would be a woman. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was going to be that universe that we had done in series 2.
Yes.
Is that series 2?
1 or 2?
No, you're right. It might have been 1.
Yeah,
but
one of those 2.
That's what I first thought was going to happen. Now, I mean, what did was great. Like the whole. Although it is
just not enough.
I guess it is kind of weird because it's the mirror, so you can't pick it apart too heavy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It's a mirror universe. It wouldn't be, because they set it up straight away that it's not mirroring the gender of people. It's just mirroring the situation. Yeah. But then it annoys me when it's funny, but it does annoy me when. It's like, oh, it's a mirror universe. Everything's opposite, and he lifts the covers up, and it's like, oh, that's going to take some getting used to. And it's like, why would it be that?
Obviously, why would he? It's funny because anytime that Rimmer can say, "My God," like he delivers that so well. It works. Again, these are little things. By the way, we would not nitpick if the episode were better.
Yeah, I do like, again, so we noticed that the attention to detail from the mirror universe was actually quite good, because if you look, the room he enters, the door's on the opposite side.
Yep.
His hair's parted on the opposite side. Did you notice that? So Rimmer's hair's parted on the opposite side when he switches which is
but that's where like
ridiculous.
The rules
but it's
don't
cool.
make sense. So why is his junk bigger and why is he the captain?
Yeah, but I love that attention to detail that the room was the opposite way around. Like I say, his hair was parted on the other. So you go to the attention of detail to do something like that, but yet some of the crap that we've ripped to bits in the last 2 episodes you missed on.
Yes. Oh my God. Like you do that, but I think that's what's so frustrating. Like it doesn't, if it were all that way, but you're right. There's moments of, or like you said, Pete, if Pete felt like they just had a ton of jokes they couldn't contain, but no, it looked like you had a lot of story you wanted to tell in episode 8, but you couldn't because if you're going to do one, it was already questionable to do a 3-parter for your opener. If you're going to do that, do a 2-parter for your close then. Like why is it your penultimate is a 2-parter that again, if that 2-parter advanced say the time wand was how they ended up doing this. I'm not saying it works perfectly, but you're like, oh, okay, so this is why we did you know, as opposed to tossing the time wand and then somehow Crichton magically makes a dimension traveling device.
I did like the continuity of the fact that he gets the antidote, which is the cesium, francholithic, mixy, alibidium, ricky dixie deoxyhydroxide, whatever. And then when he goes back through the mirror universe, it becomes the opposite. I did like that. I thought that was quite clever.
I like that because if you have Crichton there, it would just be, well, then just do the opposite. Like, right, like, or whatever that would be, like the computer could figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Like what's the opposite of that?
Yeah.
But he's got no one there. So before we get him traveling back, him being with the sister and then finding out that she's like a nun, like a spiritual sister. I do love what are you doing? I'm giving you a big wet snog with oodles of Tommy tongue.
I've never heard anybody say that before, but it was funny.
I was going to ask, is this a British term?
I've never
that
heard that Tommy tongue before.
and again delivered in a way that's like, God, that's Chris Berry from like 10 years prior.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's so good. So the end when he travels back, I don't know about you, but I was having flashbacks of the end of series 6. Everyone dies and remembers like I have to. And I said, if they had never made another episode, my favorite thing is Rimmer is a hero.
Yeah.
Like he is Ace at that moment. Like he does the thing. He stops being afraid, or he's afraid, but he faces it. Right. It's weird when this starts because like it there's the funniness with the little droid, the snack machine, whatever. But like it definitely has a feeling, right? That like something is bad is happening and it feels like series 6.
It's a weird end, honestly. It's very strange.
It is very strange. Now, that being said, Rimmer kicking Death in the nuts is perfect. Like that, and that's what's weird. You're like, this is a weird choice, but that particular moment is like flawless Rimmer. Like, I love that. So did the can kill him?
But that's it. Then it ends. And we get the end, the Smeggit is, which is apparently, according to the trivia, the reason that it says it's the end, but the Smeggit was because they were planning to do a feature film version of the series, which never came to fruition.
So I am blown away by, we're going to do a featured film version, and we're so sure of it, which they really weren't at the time.
Yeah.
That we are going to do this. But you are now forcing your feature film to have homework, because ostensibly you'd be getting a whole new view of people to watch it. Are you implying that the featured film was going to pick up where that left off?
That's how it seems.
Because I would have thought your feature film will probably, much like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy BBC show did, and then when they made a movie, you're starting over. You're telling this, you're not going to, to some extent, you're getting a whole bunch of new people, but maybe you alter it and Crichton's there from the beginning, Kachansky, whatever. But like, that would seem like a strange choice to me. Also, where the hell was it going? Like, there's an alternate version, I'm told, or where is it the more sad one? Like Rimmer dies, and there was a unused. Did you see the thing about the unused Ace concept?
I think I might have seen it.
And so like hologram, the original Rimmer shows up and sends that Rimmer to go be
I didn't see that.
And he, like there was and then there's a deleted version, which I think you can see online somewhere, that was like a slightly different version of this. So clearly they were a little like up in the air about the end as well.
Because I'm just looking at the trivia then. It's interesting how you've said it's weird how the penultimate and the one before that was a two-parter. According to this, originally the finale was planned to be a two-part episode titled Earth, and it would have had the Red Dwarf crew arrive back at Earth only for the ship to accidentally destroy the world's major landmarks. This idea was discarded due to budget limitations, and Doug Naylor would blame the expensive special effects in Pete as the cause for the lack of budget for Earth. Interesting. So that would have ended. That would have been an end. Because it's weird, isn't it? Like you said, they ended this series so sure that they were going to do something else.
But they smartly ended Series 6, unsure if they were going to get to do anything else or not. And they did it in a way that it could continue or it could be the end.
Yeah. This one didn't. It's definitely like, there's definitely something else coming. And there was, but not for a very long time, and it wasn't what they planned.
Yeah.
Strange. It's a really strange end to a series.
And again, all that crap in Pete 1 and 2 to get you to here, like if this is your I just don't get it. Because I am with you. I feel like the beginning half of the next episode of this would have been Rimmer in the mirror universe before they get back. And also, like, where do the guys go? They leave. They like, where
are the others actually at this point?
Why, and is it said that, well, he says it, right? Doesn't the Choco dispenser bar guy say that they went into the mirror universe because it was falling apart or something? I check it. I believe that he tells them it was falling apart, so they fixed it and they escaped into the mirror universe. So I don't know why he doesn't see them, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, it's such when you're going to do a big sci-fi swing like that with these, I do feel like you gotta not explain everything, but like the rules of what we're dealing with and how, and did they take the prisoners with them? Again, I know those are questions that don't necessarily matter, but where are the prisoners? Because are they just, running around? Again, they didn't do this. They didn't bring this microbe to Red Dwarf. They didn't have an adventure where they found it. It just showed up. So like our crew is literally doing nothing, as opposed to the very beginning. Lister gets busted for the cat and frozen. And while he's being frozen, Rimmer screws up the drive plates and gets everybody killed. Literally, they meet a cat person because Lister brought on a cat. Everything that happens, it happens because they somehow played a part in it. So even Holly choosing to bring back Rimmer because I know it'll keep Dave sane.
Yes.
They're not doing anything.
No, at all.
Stuff just happens to them. And I've seen other things take that path before, and it's always when the ideas start to fall out and stuff. But I look at this going, I don't know why the ideas had to fall out, because the Red Dwarf was back. And I think you had a couple of options. They escape on a ship, and they go searching for the nanobots, only in the last episode or two to return back. Oh my God, there you go. They return back and say, we found them. Oh God, they're eating the Red Dwarf. I mean, like, you still could have done that. But it feels like there were moments where they could have actually done because what they did was they kind of did the prison, but not really.
Yeah.
They kind of did the adventures, but not really. And they kind of did the old show, but not really.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, for those of you who have watched ahead,
you haven't seen anything beyond this, have you?
I have seen the first 30 minutes of Series 9, as it is called, although not really referred to it as that way. I think Series 9 is a series that didn't get filmed, and I think they actually talk about it in the next thing we're going to watch, the Back to Earth or whatever. Now, I mean, some of you are probably like, Blake, that you just wait. Stuff might not make sense or this or that, but
yeah, I don't remember.
I at least understand that what we were about to watch was kind of 10 years later and a reunion show. You know what I'm saying? Like they were,
It wasn't a continuation. It was more of like, oh, we can get the guys back together.
Yeah. And I guess the gist of it is they had so much fun. They're like, can we still get a few more things? And they got a few more series out of doing it, or doing it after that. Not necessarily from that, but this is trying to be the old thing. I don't know what they were trying to do.
No,
again, that status quo of, oh, everybody's back. Oh, they're going to be in prison. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, they're going to be canaries. Okay. Oh, but they can leave when they want to, or they can do this, or they can do that. Okay, they're not really in jail. Kachansky's going on dates. Rimmer's now on probation. Why? We kind of need him to be in this episode.
Yeah.
Well, you did why couldn't he have done something in the previous that said, and again, the Red Dwarf prior has never had to be continuation one after the other. However, they started this with this series. They did a 3-parter to start with. So
yeah.
If they did it to themselves. So the reasons you and me are going, why didn't they do these things? We didn't expect that out of the old dwarf because the old dwarf didn't try to set up huge things, but they did this to themselves.
Yeah.
Because the way they started. It's weird, man.
Go on then.
We were doing okay, kind of 1 through 3.
Yeah. Saying
there are ideas in here, picking some things apart, going, but and even Cassander. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, man, we just.
And then it fell off.
Is Pete? No, Cridey TV is right after Cassander.
What was no?
Yeah, Cridey, and then Pete 1, 2, and then
yeah, it fell off.
Yeah, man,
in a big bad way. Because I kind of liked, okay, I can see where this is going, and it looks like it's more like old school Red Dwarf, and then it's the Red Dwarf Fast Show. Go on then, Blake. What are you giving it?
I was gonna do a 4. But I kind of want to change it to a 3, which is exactly what I did in the last episode. I changed it right before you asked me in the last episode.
See, I didn't mind this one. I didn't mind it. There's some good bits in it. I wish there was more of it.
Okay, here, how's this for splitting hairs? I'll give it a 4 out of 10, but I give it a 0 out of 10 for the potential for I am angry at what it presented it could do and didn't do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But there are some good, there are good moments that are like, yes, this could fit in a dwarf thing. And the idea of what it's setting up, I would want to know what's next. Definitely intrigued. I'm intrigued, but less out of I can't wait. More how the hell are they going to rectify this?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. And insane to me that you would plan for this, not having the movie or another series in your pocket, knowing it's happening.
Well, I'm going to give it a 5, purely because it was I give the last one a 4, and it was definitely better than that. Now, whether I thought it was better, it was a decent episode because it was way better than the other one, but it teased
I can justify my 4 over a 3, as they say. It was not as bad as the previous one.
It teased me with things that I wish we'd had more of. I wish we'd just seen. I wish they could have spent more than 9 minutes. It wasn't even that, maybe 5 minutes in the Mirror Universe, because I think that would have been a lot of fun, and I think they've missed a real opportunity with that.
I think that's my sum up for this series is
there's opportunities.
Yes, is like opportunities missed. This feels like the first draft. I think there's plenty of stuff here to go put together a really good version of this series 8 and not change the stories as we've talked about. Stick with the same basic stories, but to just tighten up the hows and the whys and the motivations, because man, and understanding these characters are why we have loved this show.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of the problem. We've lost who the characters are, I think. A lot, actually.
And I don't think you had to. I don't understand why that happened, but it's overly ambitious in spots and then not overly ambitious where it ought to be.
Yeah. So I know what the answer is, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Any of these episodes make you...
I don't need to redo my top 5, whatever it is.
No, I had to ask.
Yeah, no, I thought I was like, oh, isn't this the episode we actually do the on the drive back home? And I'm not worry about it.
Nope.
Yeah,
I think my top 5's pretty secure right now. I can't see anything breaking in.
Yeah, I'll need to be very surprised by things to come. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, that'll bring us to the end of the podcast and another series. I feel like I've left you with a bit of and that's kind of what
It's kind of how the series ended, yeah.
For us. So sorry if we did the same. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dwarf Memory for all show updates.
Please subscribe, rate, and review the show wherever you can, and email us your comments. Let us know what you thought of this series, actually. I'd be quite interested. To dwarfmemory@gmail.com.
I will add something here and see if any of our listeners felt the same. While the least favorite as a totality of the series that we have watched so far, I sent this to Lee, I believe yesterday. I have oddly, though, very much enjoyed the conversations around Series 8. And it might be because of the nuggets of possibility of places things could have gone or done, But I have weirdly very much enjoyed these conversations for Series 8. So I'll give it that.
Okay.
I've quite enjoyed that. The next episode that we are going to be discussing, and sorry to do this quote unquote live on the air, but are we going to do the first episode of Series 9, which will be Back to Earth, Lee, or did you want to do the whole special?
So technically, if you're in the UK, which I assume most of our listeners will be, on the BBC iPlayer, it is only one episode.
It's 190-minute, right?
Yes. So
yes,
that's how we will be doing it.
It is broken up into 3. So then what we should say is we are going to watch the entirety. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to watch the entirety of the Series 9 special reunion, which was filmed 10 years or came out 10 years after this Series 8 ended, which is called Back to Earth. We've done this to ourselves, so now we have to do our subsequent viewings to do notes. It's going to be very long.
It is, yeah.
Going to be a very long watch.
4.5 hours of Red Dwarf.
I know. Man, I can't. Okay. Wow. Well, we've cut our episode total count down by 2 by doing that, but I'll take it. I can't believe we've gotten this far, Lee. It feels like in a way we finished, because this feels like Red Dwarf has ended twice for us, both with Series 6 and then ended again here. So it feels weird because now I journey into unknown waters entirely, for the most part. I've seen, like I said, the first 30 minutes of Back to Earth, but we'll see. So anyway, watch that. Back to Earth, the whole thing, whole shebang, all 90 minutes of it. If that annoyed you, that was Lee's fault.
It's not my fault. It's a BBC iPlayer's fault.
It's a BBC iPlayer's
because
fault.
It used to be. So they seem to refresh the iPlayer every now and again. So all the episodes went off about a year ago-ish, and then they came back on. And before they went off, it was in 3 parts. Now it's back on as 1 part. So I don't know what happened. So it's not my fault. Blame the BBC.
Will do. Arnold Judas Rimmer, your life is over. Come with me. We will travel to the river Styx, where you will place a coin in the...
Not today, matey.
Ooh,
Remember, only the good die young.
that's never happened before.